So far I have published 29 different videos about WooCommerce hacks. Altogether more than 200 different code snippets that will help you to customize your WooCommerce site. Now I have compiled 51 of my favorite hacks in 2 separate videos. This is the first of those videos. Next one I'm gonna publish next week, so be sure to take a look also at this video. In this video I'm gonna show you my favorite category page hacks, single product page hacks, and some other hacks that are related to the WooCommerce orders and admin dashboard. So if you're interested, then let's jump in because it's gonna be a fun ride. Now a couple of things I need to point out. First, all the snippets I'm gonna show you today, take a look at the description of this video. There is a link to the blog post that contains all the code. And second one, you can add all those snippets into your child theme's functions PHP file, or you can go to the plugins, add new, search for code snippets, this one here, install and activate it. This one allows you to add all the codes to the site, and you don't have to worry whether the snippets are active in case you change your themes. So code snippet is another option, but there is also a third option, and this one is WPCodebox. This is my favorite code snippet manager. This one is a premium plugin, but it allows me to save my snippets to the cloud. I can choose what kind of snippet I add here. I can choose the condition. For example, if I add the snippet, I can add the condition to show it only for specific product categories. For example, if I add a snippet, this one works only on accessories product category pages. Previously, I have made a thorough review video about the WPCodebox. The link to this video is in the description of this video. One more thing, as I said, it's a premium plugin, but if you take a look at the description of this video, there is a nice 20% discount coupon for you. In this video, I'm going to use Code Snippets plugin. So I installed it and activated it. Now I'm gonna go to the snippets and add new. Let's activate the catalog mode. That means we're gonna hide the add to cart buttons and show only prices. In order to accomplish that, add new snippet, give it the title, catalog mode, and paste this snippet here. These 3 rows will hide the add to cart buttons. And this function here adds the inquiry form to the product page. I'm using the Fluent forms for it. The shortcode goes here. So once again, let's activate it and open up a product here. As you see, no add to cart button is shown. There is only an inquiry form. And if you refresh the archive page, there is no add to cart button, only read more button. So easy way for you to activate or deactivate the catalog mode. And now we're going to add the custom message to the archive pages. Therefore, if you want to show a message for all the categories, then use this snippet here. Here goes your message. Here is a class for styling. Now choose only run on site frontend, save changes and activate. And let's see how does it look like. So there it is, free shipping for all orders. And this one is for every category here. Let's imagine though that you need the message only for a specific category. Well, this time use this snippet here. And this is a category slug. Where do you get the category slug? Go to the products categories. There is a category called storage. Copy this slug from here to here. Change your message. Save changes and activate. And now let's see. If I refresh it, there is a storage category with 2 messages. First one and the second one. But if I open up the lightning category, there is only the first message. There is also a third option. For example, one message for specific category storage and another for all other categories. That means estimated delivery time 2 to 3 weeks. This message is for storage category, and all other categories will see estimated delivery time 1 week. So I'm gonna cut this one here, save it, and let's see how does it work. Lightning category, estimated delivery time 1 week. Let's open up the storage. This one sees this message here. As you see, every product category here has a count number. I don't want this product count to be shown, therefore I'm gonna add a snippet, give it the title, hide products count. Now paste this snippet here, only run on site front end, save changes and activate, refresh, and looks much better. This is my default WooCommerce archive page, and as you see it only contains a sale badge. So first I'm gonna tweak this sale badge here in a way that instead of sale text it's gonna show me the percentage. Therefore I'm gonna give it the title, sale price percentage badge, and now I'm gonna paste the snippet here, this one. So what this will do, it will activate the percentage badge, and it also works with a variation price. It's gonna display maximum discount value. Now I'm gonna select only run on site front end, save changes and activate. Let's refresh the page. And as you see, up to 20%. If you would like to change the text, then replace this part here, up to, for example. I'm gonna delete this, save it, refresh it, and now it's minus 20%. But I like the up to part here because I'm using the variations. Now I'm gonna tweak this badge a bit. Therefore I'm gonna go to the customizer. I'm gonna open up additional CSS, and I'm gonna paste this CSS here. This before and this after will add those corners here. If you don't want it, then you don't have to use it. Also, if I would like to rotate it a bit, then I can do this. Then I'm gonna change the top value here, for example, 32 pixels and left minus 30 pixels. You can tweak it in a way you like. I'm gonna leave it as it is right now. And that means it's time for the second badge. This time I'm gonna add a new badge for the products that are newer than 30 days. Once again, I'm gonna go to the snippets, add new, give it the title, new badge, paste the snippet, run snippet everywhere this time, save changes and activate, refresh. But you don't see any new badge here, therefore I'm gonna go to the customizer once again, open up additional CSS, and paste this part here. Now this part here depends on your theme, because I'm using the Bloxy theme, therefore I'm gonna add CT WooCard extra class here. If I don't do that, then it's not showing up in a place I would like it to show. As I said, it depends on your theme where you would like to output it. This one here is for archive pages, and this one here is for single product page. So if I open it up, it's gonna show up here. I'm gonna publish it, and let's test it. So there it is. Open it up, and it's here. All done for the archive pages. Now let's add 2 custom snippets here. And this means we're gonna add a new snippet here. Once again, click on add new. Give it the title, for example, checkbox badge, and paste this snippet here. I'm gonna explain in a minute what will it do. I'm gonna choose run snippet everywhere and save changes and activate. Now I'm gonna go to the products page. I'm gonna open up, for example, this golden lamp product. And as you see, there is a checkbox here, display free shipping badge. If I check it and update it and view product, you'll see that there is a free shipping badge. You can change the text as you like, just change this part here. Nothing else here to configure except the location of this badge. And that means we're gonna take a look at the WooCommerce hooks here. This WooCommerce single product summary is a hook we're gonna use, and that means this badge is gonna locate here. But how do you know what hooks the WooCommerce is using? Well, if you're using Bloxy theme and you're using the pro version of it, then take a look at the hooks locations up here. Show WooCommerce hooks, and just select the one you like here. If you don't have it and you're using some other theme, then go to Google and search for Business Bloomer Visual Hooks Guide. Then open up the single product page, and those are the hooks you can use. I'm using the single product summary, but I can use any other hooks here. One more thing, take a look at the priority up here. this is priority 7. If I change it to 1 and save changes, now if I refresh it, then it's moved up here. I'm gonna change it back to 7. Now the previous snippets we used, for example, this new badge here. Let's take a look at the new badge. It's also using hooks. As you see, this is for the single product page and this is for the archive page. Where can you find the archive page visual hooks? Once again, for the Blocksy Pro version, just activate the WooCommerce hooks here. If you don't have it, then go to Google Business Bloomer Visual Hooks Guide and there is an archive page guide here. Just select the one you would like to use. Another hack is done. Now we're going to show the stock status on the archive pages. Go to the snippets, add new, give it the title, for example, show stock status on archive pages. Paste this piece of code here. There is nothing to configure, just run it on site front end, save changes, refresh. And as you see, this one does not have a stock count. It shows in stock. This one shows 25 in stock. This one shows out of stock. This one shows available on back order and so on. And now once again the stock text is a bit too big, therefore I'm gonna go to the customizer and use this piece of CSS here. Once again it's gonna be 13 pixels and with a small margin, and as before I can customize it as I like, but in order to keep it short I'm not gonna do that. So let's see how does it look like on the front end. Well, looking good. We're gonna add a custom field for the products so you can add the custom information to your product page. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Give it the title, for example, Woo custom product text field, and paste this snippet here. Now some explanations. First, we're gonna add the text field, then we're gonna save it in the database, and then we're gonna output it on the front end. I know it's confusing a bit, therefore I'm gonna save changes and activate it. Then I'm gonna open up this product here. And as you see, there is a new custom field, shipping info here. And enter your predicted shipping time here. So this is a label, this is a placeholder text, and this is a description. Now if I enter here estimated shipping time 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm gonna update it, view the product, then there you go, there is a information I just added. Now couple of things for you to point out. This one here, class WooCommerce message, gives us a nice WooCommerce based style here, but you can style it by yourself. Just change the class here and add the additional CSS to customize it as you like. Next one, we're gonna output it to the WooCommerce single product summary with a priority 22. If I take a look at the WooCommerce single product page visual hooks, then there is a hook I'm using with a priority 22. That means it's before the add to cart form. If I want to add it somewhere else, I'm gonna just grab this hook here, replace it, save changes, refresh, and I moved it here. But since I like the other location more, I'm gonna change it back. And there it is. And this means it's time to move to the next hack. And that means we're gonna add a new custom tab here. So let's give it a title, create custom tab, and paste this snippet here. We're gonna give the tab a title, send us an inquiry. We're gonna set the priority. I'm gonna show you later what does it mean. And the tab content, there is a heading, text, and a contact form. Only run on site front end, save changes and activate, refresh. And there it is, send us an inquiry, our form. If I would like to move the position of this tab, I'm just gonna change the priority here. For example, 1, save changes, and if I refresh it, then it's going to be the first one here. I'm going to leave it to the position it was, and now it's good to go. I just created a form with Fluent Forms, and in order for the form to send me the product name and the URL it's sent from, I'm just going to add the hidden field, give it a name title, and for the default value I'm going to add the post title here. Once again, hidden field here. I'm going to give it the title URL, and default value is going to be embedded URL. So if someone sends me the form, it will add the product name and the URL of the product. So I would know where it's sent from. And this means it's time to move to the next hack. We have a discounted product here. I'm going to add the badge here, which contains the saved amount. So, new snippet, title, show saved price, and paste this code here. Once again, this one is a location, priority, only run on site front end, save changes and activate, refresh, and you save 20 euros. One more thing to point out, take a look at this class here, use save price. If I go to customizer, then under the additional CSS, I can customize it. As you see, if I take it away, then there is no customization, but I added a background, padding, border, width, font size, weight, and a bit margin to the top. Now publish, and you're good to go. Okay, next hack. And this time we're gonna change the add to cart button text if the product is in back order. I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. So, if the product is out of stock, but the back orders are allowed, then we're gonna change the add to cart button text. Instead of add to cart, we're gonna show pre-order. This one is for single product, and this one here is for archive pages. Only run on site front end, save changes and activate. And let's find a product which has a back order status. For example, this one here. Okay, we opened it up, pre-order. Let's take a look at the shop. Everything is add to cart, but this one here is also pre-order because it's out of stock. So if you combine a pre-order text and this custom field we created before, then it's much easier for your customer to understand what's happening. For example, currently back in shop on my first, update it, view product, and there it is. Currently unavailable, back in shop on my first, pre-order. Add to cart, and there it is. So next one, let's add the contact form button somewhere here. Now snippets, add new, give it a title, for example, send inquiry, paste this snippet here. Now a couple of things for you to point out. First thing, I'm using some conditions here. This part here applies only for the category clothing. So if the product is added to the category clothing, then show this contact form. Otherwise, show this one. Basically, you can add multiple contact forms if you like. If you don't like the conditions, then just remove this part here. I'm using the same contact form I created earlier. I'm using the Fluent Forms. This is a close button text and nothing further to configure. So only run on site front end, save changes and activate, refresh. There is a button. If I click on it, there is a contact form. If I fill it and send it, there it is, the thank you message. And as I showed you before, I added a title field and URL field. So it's sent from demo product with a URL like this, and there is a message. And it took only a couple of minutes to set it up. which means it's time to move to the next hack. And this time we're going to add a contact form for the products that are out of stock. For example, as you see, this is out of stock here. Instead of showing this message, we're going to add a contact form with custom message. I'm gonna go back to the snippets, add new, give it the title, and paste the snippet. Couple of things for you to point out. First, if you don't need this message line here, just delete it or just replace it with your own message. And this is a shortcode from your contact form. I have a Fluent Forms here. This is my contact form. I grab the shortcode, paste it here, and it's done. This part here is for simple products, and this part here is for variable products. Just do the same here. Now only run on site front end, save changes and activate, refresh, and this is my custom message. If I need to add a heading, I'm gonna just add this part here. Once again, save changes, refresh, and there is a heading. Now let's take a look whether it works for variable products. As you remember from the previous hack, the new is out of stock, so if I choose it, the contact form appears here, which means it works as it should. Magic, isn't it? Which once again means it's time to move to the next hack, which means this time we're going to hide the price if the product is out of stock. Give it the title, paste the snippet, only run on site front end, save changes and activate, refresh, and it's done. If I go to the shop page, it's also missing here, which means it works well and it's time to move to the next hack. And this time we're going to gray out those variations that are out of stock. Take a look. At the moment, if I choose new and it's out of stock, me as a customer, I have to do one unnecessary click. I would like to gray it out in a way that it's not possible to choose this variation. Let's go to the snippets, add new, give it the title, paste the snippet, choose only run on site front end, save changes and activate, refresh, and done. Nothing complicated here. Since we're already dealing with the stock amounts, then let's take a look how to create the new stock statuses. So let's give it the title and paste the snippet. Now let's take a look at the code here. First, those are the custom statuses here. I have added 3: pre-order, due in stock in 14 days, due in stock in 21 days. If you would like to add another one, then just copy the line and paste it here. Rename those here accordingly, for example 31 days. But if you do that, then pay attention. This one here, this one here, and this one here. If I add another one, I just paste this here and rename it 31 days, but also there is a status that needs to be changed here and here. Next one, I'm gonna copy this part here, and once again I'm gonna change it here and here. And last one, I'm gonna copy this part here and paste it here, and once again change this part, and the name itself. This is what you do if you would like to add some additional stock statuses. But what if you would like to add only this pre-order here? Well, then just remove this part and this part and this part and those here. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put all those back again. Now choose run snippet everywhere and save changes and activate. Let's see how does it work. I'm gonna go to the products, all products, and first thing, as you see, if the product has a custom stock status, then it shows also here. If I open this product and scroll to the inventory, those are the custom stock statuses here. Let's choose due in stock in 31 days. I'm gonna update it. Let's view the product itself. As you see, the stock status appears here. Simple yet effective. And it's time to go to the next hack. So go to the snippets, add new, give it the title, for example, remove reviews tab, and paste it here. If you want to know a bit more about custom tabs and removing, renaming and ordering them, then take a look at the description of this video. I have made an extra video about it where I go in a detail about this topic. But this time I'm gonna run it on the site front end, save changes and activate, refresh, and there is no reviews tab. Now almost finished. Therefore I'm gonna go back to the back end. And now it's time to create a custom order status. So let's create a new snippet. Give it the title, paste the snippet, choose run snippet everywhere, save changes and activate. And now if I go to the WooCommerce and orders page, you'll see that I have an in progress status here. I can set it to whatever order I would like to do it. So for example, this one here. It also shows up on the front end. So if I refresh it, you'll see in progress here and in progress here. If you would like to change the titles, then go to the snippets, open it up and take a look. You have to change this text here, this one here, also this one here, this one here, and those two here, this and this. You can give it whatever title you want. Now, since we're already messing with the order table, let's add another column here. And inside this column, I'm going to display customer email address and customer phone number. Give it the title, paste the snippet, nothing to configure here. So I'm gonna choose only run in administration area, save changes and activate, open up orders page. And what I'll see is that there is a phone number and there is a email address here. If you don't need to display one or the other, then just comment some parts out. For example, if you don't need a phone number, then comment out this part here. Save changes, refresh, and there is only an email address here. So a couple of hacks to go before we finish with the backend and move to the front end. So what we're going to do next is, if someone places an order and it has a processing status, it will auto-complete it. That means there will be no processing status, there will be completed automatically. So how to do it? Easy peasy, go to the snippets, add new, paste the snippet here. And next time, if someone pays with a PayPal, for example, or Stripe, then instead of setting the status to processing, it will be set as completed. But now what if you would like to autocomplete all orders, not only processing orders, but also on hold orders? Well, let's give it a go. Give it a title, autocomplete all WooCommerce orders, paste the snippet. Next, choose run snippet everywhere, save changes and activate, and let's test it. I'm gonna go to the site, add something to the cart, go to the checkout, choose direct bank transfer. By default, this one should set the order status to on hold. So it's good to test it out whether it's on hold or is it completed. So order has been placed. I'm gonna go to the orders and yep, as you see, the status is not on hold, it's completed. This means we're done with the backend hacks. Now let's move to the front end. I'm gonna go to the My Account page. That is, we're going to add a tab here. The tab is called Purchased Products, and if I open up the tab, it will display me the products I have recently purchased. Back to the snippets, add new, give it the title, paste the snippet, run snippet everywhere, save changes and activate, and now take a look what happens. If I refresh it, it appears here. But if I click on it, then oops, that page can't be found, error appears. This means I have to go to the settings, permalinks. I'm gonna just resave it. And now if I click on it, then there you go. Those are the products I have purchased recently. As you see, the snippet explanation says that all products are sorted by date. And if there are no purchases, then this text here is displayed. Next, we're going to move back to the orders page. And I'm gonna add some buttons here. First I'm gonna add an order again button, and then I'm gonna add cancel button. As before, really easy to accomplish, so let's add another snippet with the title order again button. Paste the snippet. If you would like to change the text, then change this part here. Only run on site front end, save changes and activate, refresh, and there you go. This button will be displayed only for orders that has been completed. And if you click on it, it will add all the products to the cart, and then you can go to the checkout. Next, let's add another button. This time it allows us to cancel the order. Show title and the snippet. One thing for you to point out though, this one here, set the delay in days. I'm gonna select the delay as 3 days. That means within the 3 days it's allowed to cancel the order. Only run on site front end, save changes and activate, go to the orders. There is no cancellation button because no orders within the 3-day range has been added. So let's test it out. I'm gonna go to the shop, add product to the cart, go to the checkout, select direct bank transfer, place the order, go to the my account page, orders, and there you go. As you see, this one here is on hold and there is a cancel button. If I click on it, your order was cancelled. Message appears here, and this one displays status cancelled. If I go to the orders, the same appears here. Nifty solution, isn't it? Next, let's move to the products. Sometimes you need to know the product IDs. For example, you need to use shortcode which uses them, or code snippets which uses them. With this hack, we're gonna create another column which shows us product ID. Therefore, let's go to the snippets, add new, give it the title, paste the snippet, nothing to configure here, only run in administration area, save changes and activate, go to the products, and there you go, ID number is here. If you don't know, then under the screen options you can activate or deactivate the columns as shown here. So product ID is nicely visible. And these were the 24 first hacks I often use. And as I said earlier, there will be also another video with another 27 hacks. Those hacks are related to the cart and checkout page. If you're interested, then take a look at the video description. When the video is ready, I'm gonna put the link to it. And now, before you go, wait! If you find this tutorial helpful, then press thumbs up, this one here. And take a look at this side of the screen. It contains 2 good videos. I think you may find them useful. Meanwhile, take care. Bye.